So let's look at the right of entry permit that's been used in the past. This is what I was expecting when I came over here. State law requires the owner to reimburse the county for the cost of removing wildfire-generated debris to the extent covered in the owner's insurance policy. This is the difficult part. When you get to the statement to the extent covered in the insurance policy, it is a number that has to be calculated, and those calculations are very often made based on a professional's opinion. It's not a definitive amount. Some will use some real simple numbers. If you've got a homeowner's policy for $100,000, you have 5% extra, you have another $5,000 out there for debris removal. So let's say it cost $110,000 to rebuild your house. Well, the insurance company's only going to give you $100,000, that's the limit. And there's another $5,000 that they're going to add for debris removal. That's what you would owe to the county under their program. Let's say that it only costs $75,000 to rebuild your house. The debris payment starts at $75,001. So we've got the $25,000 left in the policy, and then we have another $5,000, so there's $30,000 under that scenario. But what if you think it's going to cost $100,000 to rebuild your house, but the insurance company only thinks it's going to cost $75,000? Whose opinion is right? Who decides that $30,000 goes toward debris removal instead of $5,000, and that you get $75,000 instead of $100,000 toward your house? There's a lot of questions here that are not answered, and I can tell you these are some of the battles that I'm still fighting from 3 years ago in Weed, from 2 years ago in the Valley Fire. The difference is that in their right of entry permit, there's no requirement to have the insurance company pay the county direct. In this right of entry permit here, it says you reimburse. In other words, you had a contract of insurance with your insurance company over here, and you executed a right of entry permit. You had an insurance contract, right of entry permit. The insurance company owes you the money, you owe it to the county. If there's a dispute, you're in the middle, you're in control of the money. There was never any requirement that you turn over access to your funds. You just had to pay the bill. Okay, let's go on. So the right of entry permit, I will tell you, is quite a bit longer, contains a lot of legalese. I'm not going to read it all, but let's just look at this one highlighted statement right here. Owner will not be charged for the work conducted by the county. So I will tell you that in Weed and in Lake County, people got bills. They just have recently sent out the invoices in Lake County. They send it to the individual, so they got a bill. So this sounds good. Well, they're not going to need to send you a bill here. They don't need to charge you, because you will have given them the right to collect the money directly from the insurance company. He referred to paragraph 2 in his presentation. He says this is where the clear details are. So let's take a quick look at this. At the top, it's talking about if you have private insurance coverage and that they come in and do the cleanup, that they are required to collect the money, and requires owner to reimburse county for the cost of removing wildfire-generated debris to the extent covered in the owner's insurance policy. Well, that's the exact wording that I just read you in the right of entry permit that I said I like. But what's added here? I'm going to read this slowly. Owner hereby assigns to county any and all insurance proceeds he, she would be entitled to for the removal of debris and damaged items from the property. Owner agrees to inform the insurance company listed below of this assignment and will instruct the insurance company to issue all insurance proceeds directly to the county. Well, here's what I think that says. That example I gave you a while ago, $100,000 policy, you've now assigned rights to the county. The insurance company says, I think it'll only cost $75,000 to rebuild that house. They write the county a check for the other 25 and the other 5. That's what I believe it says. However, I'm not an attorney. I can't define the word assignment, so let's see what it says the definition is in Black's Law Dictionary. in contracts the act by which one person transfers to another or causes to vest in that other the whole of the right, interest, or property which he has in any realty or personalty, in possession or in action, or any share, interest, or subsidiary estate therein. Personally, I think that's pretty clear. But let's go on. We're back to the right of entry permit, paragraph 2. At the top where it's saying, okay, if the owner has insurance in effect at the wildfire that provide coverage for debris removal and or vehicle removal, or provide any other similar coverages. They don't want to miss anything, do they? The owner hereby assigns any and all rights, benefits, and proceeds with respect to that particular coverages under any applicable insurance policy to the county. Owner also hereby authorizes that any benefits or proceeds payable under the coverage for vehicle and debris removal or any other similar coverages be paid directly to the county up to the specified amount of coverage. So the intent may be to only collect this little bit of money, but again, I'm not an attorney, but what that says to me is if my insurance policy pays for debris removal out of my main coverage, and I can tell you, as a very experienced guy who's been doing this for many, many years, they all do, 100% of the policies do. That's what just got assigned. In the event coverage for debris removal or any similar coverages are not provided on the basis of a specified amount, okay, but are included within another coverage category, payment to the county shall be limited to the unused benefit amount, if any, in that coverage category after the residence is rebuilt, after which the owner shall not be liable for further cost to county. Okay, so what they're saying here is we have access to all of it, and here they're saying, but we're not going to take it all. Okay, well, what if you don't rebuild? What if you rebuild a different house? What if you rebuild at a different location? What if you go buy a house somewhere else? What about where you have a policy that will pay you all of your proceeds, whether you rebuild or not, and you choose not to? How much money do you owe the county? What if you have a policy that only pays you part of your proceeds, which is a lot of the policies, and you don't get the rest of them unless you replace it, you go buy something somewhere else, or you rebuild something somewhere else, and you haven't done that? How much money are you going to owe the county? Do they get all of that additional money? I don't know. I'm just saying these are questions that should concern people.